Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the co-hosts here, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and we're going to be talking about Ethereum as well. We're going to be jumping straight on into the charts and we're going to be looking at what I have been talking about, because what I have been talking about is in fact playing out. And yeah, I've just realized that I'm wearing a blue t-shirt and it's messing up with the green screen a little bit. But oh well, we move on. You might just be a floating head in the middle of the screen in a minute. We'll see. Anyway, before we get straight into the video, please make sure you smash that like button, and then we can cover the TA. It also lets me know that you enjoy the TA that I'm bringing you and you enjoy the trades that I'm bringing you as well. As you know, I like to bring you trades and I'm 100% transparent with every single trade I take as well. And yeah, we've been really successful recently, and we did just miss a trade, but you know, I was just playing it a little bit safe because the FOMC meeting was the FOMC meeting was happening, so I decided against trading during that time. But initially, the thesis I had is in fact playing out right now, and we are going to talk about that. So please make sure you smash that like button and we'll get straight into the video. Just say hello to Happy. Good to see you back here. But yeah, bringing up my screen. As you can see here, Bitcoin is having a slight pullback. You know, we've been anticipating this pullback. I've been anticipating this pullback, and I am expecting the price to pull back a little bit further as well. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the 4-hour chart. And on the 4-hour chart, you know, if you've been following the channel, we've got this fixed range here. Okay, this is a really, really good opportunity to trade this. And we've been trading this for the past 3 months and we've been very successful with it. There was a long position right here. Unfortunately, I did miss that because I was ill. I couldn't bring that to you. And then, of course, you know, we have this short position here. We tried to enter a short position around here, but unfortunately, we did get stopped out of that. But then there was a second short entry here. I decided against trading it because the FOMC meeting was taking place and there was a possibility that that trade could have got stopped out. But yeah, the trade wouldn't have been stopped out and it would have been in, you know, 40% in a profit right now. So a little annoyed that I didn't enter that, but we can't dwell on it. We have to move on, wait for that next trade because there are going to be thousands of trades coming in the future. But initially what I was looking at, you know, we've got this ascending parallel channel right here, which we can also take as a bear flag if we are looking at it on a bigger time frame as well. And in fact, we did get a rejection from that. We also got a rejection from the previous swing high, which was the range high. We tested that. We grabbed the liquidity from there, and then we saw a pullback. We also had a daily level that we came pretty close to. And what else? We were above that value area high, which is a good shorting opportunity. And then we're coming into the 3-hour. You can see that we were forming some bearish divergences on the 3-hour, the 2-hour, and the 1-hour as well. So lots and lots of signals there to enter that short position. And to be honest with you, if the FOMC meeting wasn't happening, I would have 100% tested this, traded this short right here. I would have traded this resistance, but unfortunately that FOMC meeting was happening. Now, yesterday I was talking about, you know, we were respecting this value area high very well. So there was a potential possibility that we could hold that as support, the value area high. And as you can see there, we used it as a bit of support, but initially we have broken below that value area high now, and we've also broken below the ascending parallel channel, which, you know, we can also take as a bear flag as well. So as you can see right here, we have had that break towards the downside, and we had a bit of a spike in bearish volume as well. I would like to see a bigger spike in bearish volume for this to be to have a continuation towards the downside. But initially, what we could be seeing here is a potential retest and then a rejection from that bear flag. I would like to see that for the confirmation of this break towards the downside. Or we could just get a nice big spike in bearish volume. If we got that nice big spike in bearish volume, then that would be another confirmation for me that we have had a confirmed break towards the downside. But if we're looking at the bigger time frames, coming to the 8-hour, we still have 1 hour left until we get the confirmed break towards the downside. So I would like to wait for that as well, because we've respected this very well on the 8-hour. If we come to the 12-hour as well, we've actually already broken it towards the downside on the 12-hour. But yeah, I would like to see if we could break that towards the downside on the 8-hour as well. But for me, we are looking very, very bearish. Now that we have broken towards the downside on the likes of the 4-hour and the 12-hour, if we get the break towards the downside on the 8-hour, I'm going to be pretty set on the price of Bitcoin coming down to the value area low, which is currently sat at around $16,180 approximately. So that is my next target for Bitcoin. And yeah, what we could be looking at here is the price actually coming down to this value area low, maybe a little bit lower, maybe coming and testing this support, this horizontal support level here at $15,450 approximately, where we tested this level to the dollar twice. As you can see here, once and then twice again, where we could find some support. And this could be a potential longing opportunity if we can hold this level. If we can hold this level, then we can, look for a long entry here and potentially ride that up to the value area high. But we will have to see what the story is when we get down to this level. We would be wanting to look for some sort of bullish divergence down there as well, to sort of get that confirmed entry for that long position. But right now, if I was in that short position, which I would have entered up here, then I would still hold this short position open all the way down to that value area low, which would be a really, really nice trade. So I'm still expecting lower for Bitcoin. But yeah, we'll have to see where the price, what the price does when we come down here, because if we just smash straight through this level here, then we are going much, much lower. However, if we can find support here, if we can form some sort of bullish divergence on the 4-hour, maybe even the smaller time frames or the 8-hour, and we can hold the value area low, we can hold this support down here, then we could be looking at entering a long position back up to value area high. So that's what I would be looking at for Bitcoin. If we come on to the bigger time frames, I'm still looking at this being very, very bearish. The daily, I'm still looking at it being very bearish. Okay, we've seen the price push towards the upside. The volume is still decreasing. Yes, we had a little spike here, but the reason we've had this spike is because of the FOMC meeting. We had that 50 basis point rate hike. Now, yes, that's good in the shorter term. We had that 50. Okay, it pushed the price up a little bit, but and even before, it was pushing the price up, as we can see right here. But having a 50 basis point rate hike is still bad for the market, okay? Because initially the Fed is still increasing the rates, so it is bad. I'm not a fundamentalist, but it's pretty straightforward, okay? If they're still increasing the rates, the market's still going to go down. It's going to affect the markets. And as you can see, the volume, the volume is still decreasing. Yes, we had this little spike here, but that's an exception because of the FOMC. Brought in a bit of volume there, but the volume is initially still decreasing whilst the price is increasing. So I am expecting lower for Bitcoin, and I am actually anticipating that Bitcoin can come down to 14,000, 12,000, maybe even 10,000, have a wick down to 10,000 because of this bear flag that we've seen right here. Okay, this is a bear flag. I'm taking it as a bear flag on these bigger time frames, and if we get that confirmed break towards the downside, then we're most likely going to see the price come down to that price target, which I will just show you again. We do have a technical price target of around $11,200 approximately. So if we do get that confirmed break towards the downside on the daily, then that is the price target that I would be looking at. Bearish retest of the ascending channel would be a great entry. Yes, potentially. I would like to see some other signs, to be perfectly honest with you, because the way I trade, I'm pretty sure I've told you this previously, I like to short resistances and long support. I don't like to short the break of supports or long the breaks of resistances. I like to get in earlier, okay? And that's what I've done with 10 of the trades that I've taken over the past 3 months. Okay, 8 of them were winning trades, 2 of them were losing trades, but all 10 of those I shorted resistance or long support because that gives you the best entry as possible. So I wouldn't be looking to enter this break towards the downside, but I could possibly, like Crypto Invest said, be looking to short that retest. But as I said, I want to look for confluence. I want to look for confluence that is going to confirm to me that yes, we are going to have this confirmed rejection from this previous support and now resistance level. So I would be looking for that confluence, and if we did get it, then of course you will be the first people to know about it, and I'll show you me entering a short. As of right now, I don't see too much confluence. If coming onto the yeah, for me, I just don't see the confluence yet. Now, of course, you could just trade solely based of the retest and the rejection. But for me, I do like to look for confluence. That's the way I trade. The way I trade is to try and take as much risk out as possible. And I feel like that's been shown in the trades that I've taken, because I've taken 10 trades and only 2 of them have been losing trades. So that's an 80% win rate. I have quite a high win rate because I like to take a lot of the risk out of my trades. So for me, that's then the way to take risk out is to look for a lot of confluence. The more analysis telling you that this is a resistance level, we're going to see a rejection from here. The stronger the analysis is going to be, and the higher probability that the price is going to do what these patterns are telling you that the price is going to do. So that's how I like to trade. So personally, for me, I wouldn't be trading the rejection, but there are a lot of traders out there. I know that there's a lot of traders out there on YouTube as well, and I'm not faulting them at all. They do make money this way. They do short retests, and it's been profitable for them. But for me, I like to have a high win rate, and if you're trading, solely based off breaks of patterns like this, then your win rate is going to be fairly low, well, much lower than mine. When I first got into trading, that is the way I would trade. I'd trade breaks of patterns, and it was profitable in a small way. It was profitable in a small way because obviously you have quite a tight stop loss, because you do get the invalidation when you do break back above that previous support, now resistance level. That's your invalidation. But yeah, for me, the way I trade is the way that works for me, and 80% profitable over the past 3 months. So I'm going to continue to trade like that. I'm not going to change my strategy, because that's where you sort of start getting into a mess, and you start actually seeing yourself making silly mistakes. And I try and take all of that out. Once you've been trading for a while, I've been trading for almost 3 years now, you start to realize what works for you, and how to calculate risk, and all of that. And I feel like I'm getting to the stage in my career where I'm almost 100% solid on my trading strategies, and when to trade and stuff. I'm still working it, because since this channel started, before this channel started, I was solely a technical analysis, and now that I'm working with Ben, he's sort of put in my head to look more fundamentally as well. And I'm still trying to work around that, because if before this channel had started, I would have shorted this here, okay? But now that I've got the fundamental side of things in my head as well, like the FOMC meeting stopped me from trading this. But if I did not look at the fundamentals, I would have just traded this, and as you can see, it would have been in a nice profit. But the FOMC could have completely messed this trade up as well. That meeting could have completely messed that trade up and wiped it out. So I'm still sort of learning, putting that technical analysis and fundamental analysis together, and helping that with my analysis. I'm still learning that. I feel like I've got my strategies on point, but yeah, just putting the fundamental and the technical together is where I'm still struggling. And with trading, you're going to be learning every single day. Every trade you take, every loss you take, every win you take, you're going to be learning. And no trader has stopped learning. Every trader is going to continue to learn and learn and learn, and so do I. And I'm sure you lot do as well. So for me, what I'm starting to think is maybe I enter this trade here, because the technicals are telling me to short it, but the fundamentals are telling me that a lot of volume is going to be coming in, a lot of price fluctuation is going to come in. What I'm sort of learning here, and what I'm going to try next time, is instead of just entering that short position, okay, I will enter the short position, but not with as much capital. Okay, I'll reduce my risk by reducing the amount I put into the trade. I'm learning. I'm still learning every day, and that is the way I'm going to go about it next time. I'm going to trade it because the technicals are telling me to trade it, but I'm going to put less capital in it because there is going to be a lot of price fluctuation because there is a big meeting going on, a big event going on, whatever. So, with trading, you learn every single day. And of course, we do have a free course out for you. Link is going to be in the description. So make sure you head over or head over to satoshisociety.com. And there is a free course there. And I'm giving you sort of some insights into how I trade, and we're going to have a lot more courses coming out as well, literally picking every part of my trading strategies apart and putting them into separate videos, and then I'll have one video at the end that just puts it all together, and it gives you a really, really good understanding of all my trading strategies, how I trade, and I've been very successful, and I've been proving that to you for the past 3 months as well, with an 80% win rate. So I think it's going to be very, very effective for you if I do this. I'm still getting those courses made for you. It takes a long time to get them made, but yeah, the free course is out. So go over to, let me just get it up here. So let me just bring it up here. SatoshiSociety.com, as you can see right here. If you press join the community here, it takes you over here. You put your name in, you put your email in, and you put the amount of time you're in crypto, you've been in crypto for. And yeah, it will take you over to the free course. And of course, Ben's got some of the fundamental stuff on there. But for me, I've got just solely technical analysis. It is basic. I will tell you that it is fairly basic. It's more for beginners, but then we've got that course coming out later on. Probably next year, early next year, we're going to have that course coming out, and that is going to go and literally pick apart every single trading strategy I have. And yeah, so make sure you wait for that. Happy. I'm planning on buying 1 ETH over the next months. Should I start DCing now or wait a bit? Okay, so for that, I can't give you financial advice, obviously, but personally, for me, I still think Ethereum can go much lower. I do still think Ethereum is going to go much lower because I think Bitcoin is going to go much lower as well. Looking at Ethereum, exactly the same scenario as Bitcoin. We were forming these bearish divergence. We were hitting this previous high from up here. We're above value area high. Perfect shorting opportunity. But again, I didn't enter it because this shorting opportunity. This shorting opportunity came exactly as the FOMC meeting started. So that's why I decided not to enter. But initially, that trade would have played out. The price is going where I expected it to. And we've come pretty close to that value area low, which is that target. But yeah, same thesis as Bitcoin. If we do come into this area here, I'm potentially going to be looking for a long. I'm not going to long if it comes into this area. I'm going to wait until we get the confirmations. We come below value area low. That's one confirmation. Okay, if we come down and test this previous low from here, which we've tested it twice, literally to the dollar, if we test that, that's another confirmation. Okay, and then some sort of bullish divergence would be that third confirmation for me. I love bullish divergences. 74% of the time they do play out. I back tested this, and in a course that I'm going to get out there for you, I show you me back testing it as well. So yeah, I would be looking for that to enter along. If we didn't see any of that, then, and we just saw the price crash through this support level here, crash below that value area low, these previous lows here, then, I'm not going to open up a long position there, obviously. But for Ethereum, let's come and have a look at the bigger time frames. I'm still expecting lower for Ethereum. I am still expecting lower. I haven't done some TA on the bigger time frames in a while, so I'm gonna have to come back to you with that, on the larger time frames. But to be honest with you, what I would be doing is dollar cost averaging, but having maybe dollar cost average. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but this is just what I would do. I would split that. I would split that into half. A dollar cost average down, but then I would have half of the capital set aside, just so if the price does come down to those targets. I've said in the past, I know $800 is still one of my targets. I would be waiting for sort of those lower targets. So maybe DCA half of the money that you want to invest. And then once the price does go low and you're happy enough that it is low enough, then yes, I would have that a little bit of capital on the side to then invest. But what I can clearly see here, and this is another reason why I think Ethereum is going lower, the volume is still decreasing on Ethereum. You can see the volume is decreasing here, and the price is going up. So that's just another reason for me that Ethereum is going to go lower. And the same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a driver in the bear market, okay, because the altcoins get hit a lot harder, and the altcoins do tend to do what Bitcoin does. And I'm expecting a lot lower for Bitcoin. So for Ethereum, I would be expecting lower. So maybe DCA half and then leave half on the side. And when you're happy that we're close to that bottom, or we're at the bottom, then you invest the other half. That's what I would do. Obviously, it's not financial advice. Would you enter a short if we do the bearish retest with confluence, with a rejection of the VWAP at around $17,200? Let's have a look. $17,200. Yeah, where's a VWAP? Let me see. Have I got? No. Have I got it saved? Oh. What was the VWAP? There was a special one I used. I don't know if it was this one. There was a special one. I don't think it was that one. But I'll have to find that. I haven't used the VWAP in a while, but there was a special VWAP that I used. I thought I had it saved. Do I not have it saved? I don't think I've got it saved. There was a VWAP that I used, and it was a really. I'll have to. Oh, that's definitely not it. Looks useless. I'll have to come back with you on that one as well. To be honest with you, Crypto Investor, there's a VWAP that I used to use a lot, and I used to use it with my trades as well. I'm trying to think. Was it on TradingView? Was on something else? Anchor VWAP. You might be right there. You might be right. I don't know if it was that, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe it was. I thought I had it saved. That's why. Because I remember taking all these bands off as well. The bands are pretty useless. It's just the VWAP that you want to use. I mean, if this is the right one, I'll have to double check. I think I've done it in one of the courses, so I'll have to watch one of my courses and see which. Sounds quite funny. Watch one of my own courses, but I know that I'm pretty sure that I've gone through the VWAP on one of my courses, and I've set it up because I used to use it a lot. I haven't been using it recently, so I've sort of just completely forgotten about it. But you might be right, Devin. You might be right. It might be this one here. I'll have to double check with that one, but I used to use it a lot for my analysis. And yes, if this is the right one that I'm looking at, then yes, we do have that VWAP coming in pretty close to the resistance at the bottom of the right ascending parallel channel. So that could be a good shorting opportunity if we could form bearish divergence as well potentially. I'll have to look at that. But of course, if the VWAP does come in confluence with this and we do get some sort of bearish divergence, then of course I'll bring that to you after the stream finishes. I will go and look for that VWAP for you. I completely forgot. I haven't used it in a while. I literally haven't used it in about 5 months. So that's why I've completely forgotten about it. But I swear I had it saved. I don't think it is. No, it's not there. Maybe I've got another TradingView account, and I'm pretty sure it might be on that one. So I'll have a look for you. Do you see some of SMC smart money concepts in your trades? I see dumb money in my trades. I see the dumb money in my trades because let me show you an example. Coming here, the dumb money right here was okay. We've had this previous high here. The FOMC meeting came out. We had that 50 basis point rate hike. Okay, and everyone was getting a little too excited, pushed the price up here. But as you can see, what's happened is the price has grabbed the liquidity from here. Grabbed the liquidity from here. Okay, all those stop losses were hit, and then the price dumped. Okay, that was dumb money right here. That was dumb money getting stopped out. Getting really excited. The early shorts here getting stopped out, and then the dumb money came in and got really excited, with a 50 basis point rate hike. They got really excited, started pushing the price higher, and then the bears stepped in when they realized it was 50 basis point rate hike is bad. And then what happened is all the people that entered the long positions up here, their stop losses got hit, and then it was just a domino effect of the price coming down. Smart money, I don't tend to look at smart money because as I feel like for me, I might be quite controversial saying this, but I think I'm one of those that is smart money as well, because I look at dumb money and I do the opposite of what the dumb money does. So I'm looking for these swing failure patterns here. Those are the best things to be looking for, because that's dumb money getting too excited, and then the bears step in, then the smart money comes in. So yeah, thanks. And would you reckon ETH is a solid long-term coin? Yeah, of course. Ethereum for me is a solid long-term coin. Of course, I'm more of a technical analyst than an actual fundamental analyst, but I do tend to hold these altcoins. I don't actually hold a lot of Ethereum. Hold maybe one Ethereum. Maybe one Ethereum. I used to have around 28, 30 Ethereum, but I got rid of all of that and I put it into Bitcoin at the end of the bull run, and I'm happy I've done that, because I've saved my portfolio a lot of pain by putting my portfolio into um, into Bitcoin. I've saved myself a lot of pain. But yes, I do think long term Ethereum is very, very good. And once we get to the bottom of that bear market, I'm happy that we're close to the bottom or at that bottom, or the bottom has already been established. Then I'm going to start shifting my portfolio back into altcoins, starting off with Ethereum, and then I will start probably most of it into Ethereum, still having Bitcoin, of course, diversifying that portfolio, but then having it in Ethereum, and then start shifting from Ethereum to the smaller altcoins. And then that's when you start seeing the big, big returns. I don't like to go straight from Bitcoin into the altcoins, because I want to wait for the altcoins to survive the bear market. Then once the bear market's over, shift into the into Ethereum, which is a safe altcoin. I can say I can say that it's a safe altcoin. And then once I'm happy that the bear market's over, I'm going to start seeing the price go up. Then I'm going to start shifting that into altcoins that I think are going to do very well within the bull market. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Anchor VWAP. I'm pretty sure you might be right about that. As I said, I haven't used it in a while, so I'm gonna have to look into that. I know, I'm pretty 100% sure that I had it on my other trading view account, so I'm gonna have to go to my other trading view account and have a look there, because I used to use it for my technical analysis, but then we've got a new account here, which is a shared account. So yeah, I've moved all my TA onto this one. I'll have to. I'll look, and I'll come back to you on that one, Crypto Invest. But Devin, I think you might be right. But yeah, I think that's everything I've got for you today. I'm still expecting a pullback for Bitcoin. I'm still expecting it to hit value area low at $16,180 approximately, potentially even $15,450 approximately, and that is sort of a big, big support level, and that's going to be the decider. Once we get down there, if we do get down there, that's going to be the decider for me, whether we're going to go lower or whether we're going to enter a long position and continue to trade this range that we are in here. So yeah, of course, if there are any more updates, you will be the first people to know about it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, if you enjoy the technical analysis I bring you, if you enjoy the trades that I bring you, please make sure you smash a like on this video. Would really help me out, would really appreciate it as well. And yeah, I can continue to bring this content for you as well. And it lets me know you want to see more trades. Okay, smash that like button. I can bring loads more trades to you in the future. If you don't like the button, if you don't smash that like button, it tells me that you don't want to see the trades. So yeah, make sure you smash that like button. And yeah, thank you very much. If there are any updates, of course, you will be the first people to know about it. And yeah, is it Friday? Is it Friday already? It's Friday already. Jesus, Jesus. Friday has come around quick. Yeah, weekend is going to be very boring. If there's anything to update you with on the weekend, of course, you'll be the first people to know about it, as I said twice now. But yeah, it is going to be the weekend. It's going to be very, very boring. I'm not going to expect much movement over the course of the weekend. So just be aware of that. I don't tend to trade on the weekends either, unless I already have a position open. I don't tend to open new trades. But yeah, the weekend's going to be very boring, as always. So stay safe out there. Always use protection. And I hope to see you in the next live. Smash that like button, and I will see you in the next live stream. Thank you very much for watching, guys.